rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And take it right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Reset. 19.
Here's Connor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's how we do. They don't want this.
At the 26-yard line.
Hey, you gotta snap it. Shot 31. 54. I'm gonna run you open the car.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Got an open man. That's Campbell. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. 180.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. Looking deep here for Ebron. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Get the boys down, he's coming. Give it T. Hey, to the 9. Check 99. Check off.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 31.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Harris Campbell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
And now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Sanders with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 11.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, come on,
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quan Alexander. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 25 yards that time. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
What's up? My team! Right there, 56. Let's go, baby.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
21. Here we go. 13. Set hunt.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 180. 6. 12. 61. Matchbox lights.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
You got tight right there. 59 go.
On first down, it's Watson. Campbell making the catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We got this. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Watson throws right side, and that's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Steelers first down.
On first down, Watson. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Going to throw again. Ebron with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Hey, this is it. 19. 54. Mike, 54. At 24. 22. Check. Cover. Out we go.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Justice Hill with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's coming, he's coming.
This is Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Wait.
Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
So
here we go.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
What's left? Bandit.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the tap. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check.
They'll go again with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Set. 19. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they
Now Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
2, 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Elliott. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Shoot! 11. Block! Tens the mic. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 11. Tight left. 3 down. 2. Hey, Foxtrot. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bud Dupree getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Tens the mic. We got to get the... Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys put...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Eric Armstead able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Watson. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here we go. 11. 11. 11.
10's the mic. 10's the mic.
I got you.
Let him know.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run here with Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
This defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, and the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Right there. 59. Come on,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl. 24 is down. He's coming. Short. 24. Watch 24. Down and go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Campbell downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Watson. Now he's forced out left. Now he's going to go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40.